morning, students. Yesterday I told you about the endogenic forces and the exogenic forces, right? So what are endogenic forces? Endogenic forces are the forces that act inside the earth, and exogenic means outside the earth, right? So endogenic are of two types. They are diastrophic forces and sudden forces. Diastrophic means which occurs slowly. Okay, we can't see their movement, or we can see their changes. Okay, so there are two types of diastrophic forces which we can't see: vertical movement, and another one is horizontal movement. So vertical movement, sometimes diastrophic forces cause parts of the earth crust to rise up or slump suddenly. When a part of the earth crust rise in relation to the surrounding area, it is called an uplift. So vertical means straight, that is up, and horizontal means that is in parallel position, right? This is the straight line is vertical, and parallel line is called the horizontal line. Okay, so vertical means the changes that take place vertically. And how are the types of vertical movement? Sometimes the land go upside, sometimes the land go upside, and sometimes the land come downwards position. So rise in the land is known as uplift, and lowering of the land is called as subsidence. Okay, rise and fall of the land, or lowering of the land, okay, it is lowering. As the wind action take places, it goes downward, so it is called lowering is known as the subsidence. So as you know, there are vertical movement, that is up and down. Then next comes the horizontal movement. So horizontal movement is, here I told you, horizontal means the land used to, what they used to happen, they used to go away from each other, or sometimes they used to compress with each other. So this type of movements are known as the horizontal movements. Okay, so horizontal movement, we can see when they come close to each other, then it is known as the folding. Okay, you can see here these folding mountains, these are the folding mountains. When they came close to each other, then they become like this. And when they go away from each other, land goes away from each other, then the mountains get break down. And this breaking of the mountains causes various rocks and etc. We can see there various cracks and fractures we can see on the land, and that are known as the faulting. Okay, this is folding and this is faulting. Having cracks is known as faulting. It is not yes, it is here faulting. Okay, so have you understood this now? I gave the answers here, you can write this. Then next comes the work of sudden forces. As you know, the work of sudden forces like the earthquakes, volcanic eruption. I explained in the earlier chapters also that how do the earthquakes take place. Yes or no? Earthquakes takes place when there is a heavy movement inside the earth, and then from the seismic focus is the point from where the earthquake take place, and that's straight point which is considered, suppose this is the earth. Okay, so suppose this is the earth, then we live here. Okay, then we can feel that here is a quake, means here we can feel earthquake. Then what happened? This is the point from where the earthquake take place. Okay, this from inside, this is the point, and the point from where the earthquake take place is known as the seismic focus point, and the point which we consider as the point from where the earthquake takes place is known as the epicenter. Okay, like I will give you one example. You are standing, suppose one man is standing he is standing on a land. Okay, land surface. So here is the land. Yes or no? This is the point of land. So this land will be known as the seismic focus point. Okay, and this straight point, this middle point from where the vibrations we can feel, and that point is known as the epicenter. Okay, if you will read this, then you will know this. Okay, then next comes the seismic waves. Are same waves I told you on earlier classes also. So next comes from where we know the movement of the earthquake through Richter scale. You also got this also. Then there are certain specific belts on the earth, mid-Atlantic ridge, then circum-Pacific belt, we can see Philippines, Indonesia. So in different types of zone, various earthquakes are seen from very long time. Okay, this all things are given here. If you will read the book, then you will know this. Okay, then next comes how earthquake change the earth. Okay, as you know, earthquake takes place basically on the land surface, right? When earthquake originates, then all the land used to get shake up. Yes or no? But sometimes, from where have you ever thought of how a tsunami, how a tsunami takes place? How you know? How a tsunami takes place? A tsunami takes place through when earthquake originate. The point of originating of the earthquake is on the sea. Okay, when there is an earthquake inside the sea, suppose this is the sea, and when the earthquake occurs here, here earthquake occurs, then that sea waves will become very high, and that sea water will go out on the land surface areas. Okay, and that will cause a big tsunami. So various tsunamis we have seen Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, Thailand and Maldives. All this occurred in 2004. Okay, these are some of the precautions it is given. So what you should do when there is an earthquake. Okay, you should read this, keeping our movements to a minimum. That is, we should not move here and there. We should stay in one position. Minimum means low. Okay, finding a safe spot such as the kitchen corner, kitchen counter or table. On the down of the table you should hide yourself. Then you should go to the corner of any room, then the things will not fall on you. Okay, these are some of the precautions. Precautions means preventive measure. You should need to be very alert. You should protect yourself when there earthquake takes place. So all these things are given here. Okay, next comes volcanic eruptions. So this is the form how the volcanic eruption take place. This is magma. When magma get very hot, then they come out of the earth, right? So there are some holes on the earth. On the earth surface there are some holes, and from those holes the volcanoes used to come out as lava. Okay, so and those small holes are known as the craters. Okay, this is the lava coming out. So you can see, so this diagram is important, so read this diagram. Okay, so molten magma which erupts from a volcano and falls on the earth's surface. So when volcanic eruption takes place, this magma is known as the lava. Okay, so besides this there are some types of volcano. There are three types of volcanoes. They are active volcano, dormant volcano and extinct volcanoes. Okay, volcanoes that erupt frequently are called active volcanoes. That is, we can see frequent volcanic eruption on some places, then it is known as the active volcano. Means they used to stay active all the time. Example given, Varian Island in Andaman and Nicobar Island. So then dormant volcano we can see where volcanoes that have not erupted for the past many years but may become active at some stage. Means we have not seen for many years, but suddenly at some stage the volcano become active. Okay, then that is known as the dormant volcanoes. Then extinct volcanoes means they have no chance for many years. We didn't see the volcanic eruption. Then then this occur very rare. Okay, that volcanoes that take place very rare means sometimes after many 100-200 years the volcanic eruption will take place for one time, then they are known as the extinct volcanoes. Okay, how volcanoes change the earth. Volcanic plateaus such as the Deccan Plateau in India. Okay, these all things you read it, then you will know. So I gave the answers here. Try to do it by yourself also. Okay. And I gave the question answers also. Okay, I will give the photos of this marking answers. So this is all for today. We will meet in the next class. So write the question answers I gave you, and also try to do these things by yourself. Okay, after finishing the lesson I will take one test. I will see how much you studied at home. Okay, so this is all for today. We will meet in the next class.